Thanks. When I was a kid, my mom always used to say, eat what you want as long as you eat your vegetable and be nice to your brother. Today, we're going to turn some of the freshest vegetable into something absolutely special and delicious and healthy. Let me start with a chilled Spanish soup that has a distinctive Chinese accent, and I call it East-West Gazpacho with avocado, ripe avocado, okay? Look at all these ingredients I have. It's very simple. Everything I do is right here. I start with some Chinese pickled ginger. I've been pickled for months. A few cloves of garlic and some tomato, and I kind of peel it and remove the seed, and also, of course, to add color and texture and flavor, I also add a tiny bit of purple onion and jicama right here, and of course, cucumber. This is English cucumber, also called seedless cucumber, also called hothouse cucumber. It comes with a little saran wrap to protect it from dehydration because the skin is very thin. And of course, this is shiitake mushroom, fresh shiitake mushroom, and it's beautiful and it's wonderful, got a wonderful texture, meaty texture. And I cut it up into it. And of course, have a ripe avocado, okay? And of all of these ingredients, I'm going to also flavor with a tiny, tiny bit of cilantro and Thai basil. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to show you, we are going to cut everything up. First, we start from here to here to here. First, we cut up a tiny bit of pickled ginger. Set it aside, put it over here, and set it aside, and put it over here. And after I finish cutting, I'm going to put it in this bowl. 1, 2, 3. And then I cut up some garlic. Slice about 35 slices. Set aside right here. I've been telling people, a lot of people always ask me, Martin, when you cut, how come you tend not to look? I always tell people, when I look, I tend to get very nervous. And then, of course, we have some tomato here. Look at that. We're going to cut it up like that. Okay. Tomato, it gives wonderful sweetness. This is tree ripe tomato. This is really farmer's market, okay? And then we set it aside, cut it up. 1, 2, 3. When I get nervous, I always count. If you don't get nervous, don't count. Put it right here. I use this knife as a spatula. Always clean up. See, good tips. Always clean up. And then, of course, I have purple onion. Cut it up, set it aside. 1. Set it aside. And then go 1, 2. You can do all kind of cutting up. Put it all over here. Put all the way over here. And also some jicama. And peel the jicama, okay? And the jicama is good because it has a texture and sweetness of like water chestnut. And it's wonderful. It can keep for a long time. And this is how I would do it. Cut it up piece. And then cut a piece. This gives texture and sweetness to it. And I cut into little chunks like this. How big a chunk, it doesn't make any difference. Depends on whether you serve it to young little babies or adults or older adults. Depends on when you're going to serve it to. And also got some cucumber. You do not have to peel your cucumber, okay? Very easy to do. Cut it up, cut it up, cut it up. 1. Set it aside. The darn thing jumps. And then, of course, shiitake mushroom. Okay? We show you everything step by step. It might take a little bit of time, but it's worth it because when it's done, it is so beautiful and it's so easy to do. And then, of course, we're going to have a ripe. How can you tell a avocado is ripe? When it's ripe, it is soft to the touch. If you're not quite sure, if you're confused, all you have to do is look at whether there's any sticker right here, ripe, ready to eat. That means you won't be confused anymore. Isn't that amazing? This is the trick, okay? Now, I want to show you, look at this. I want to show you how easy it is to remove this. You don't want this. Look at that. And then you open this up and look at this. This is how easy you remove the seed. It's no big deal. Jump. And then I want to show you how easy it is. Look at that. We are going to quickly peel this off. Very easy to cut it through. And I peel this off. Look at that. I just simply peel the whole thing out like this. And I'm going to slice it up and use it for garnishing later, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to get ready to remove these. Look at that. We're going to remove these. And then put this over here. And then chop up some of these cilantro. We're going to make the sauce to flavor our gazpacho. Set it aside. Put it right here. Thai basil. Cut it up, cut it up. This got a very, very nice, wonderful aroma. Sweet basil. Put it all together. Put everything together. And then always clean it up. Take the time. And then we're going to flavor this with some multi-vegetable juice. Look at that. This is all you need. And a tiny bit of rice vinegar. Okay. Give that flavor. A touch of salt. Salt to taste. Touch of Sichuan peppercorn already ground and roasted. Picks it up. And then also sweet chili sauce. Not only give the sweetness, but also give that spiciness. A tiny bit of olive oil. And then you mix them all up. This is marvelous. Delicious looking. Okay? When it's all done, you mix them up and let it sit for a little while. Let it chill for a little while. And then you are ready to serve. And I want to show you how easy it is to serve. A nice bowl. Put a tiny bit of these right here. Beautiful. Easy to do. And it's absolutely delicious. Okay? And then you can actually garnish this whole thing. Look at that. With a tiny, tiny bit of extra ripe avocado. And this is absolutely a beautiful gazpacho from Spain. For those cold winter nights, when a chilled soup like gazpacho won't do it for you, how about a warm, fresh vegetable soup? This one can be made in a very, very short time, but it has all the flavor of all the wonderful slow cooking soup. The first thing you do is get ready all these ingredients. I have some ginger right here. This is a peeled ginger. I want to quickly show you how easy it is to peel ginger, okay? Look at this. Use a spoon. Don't even have to use a knife. You just scrape this off. See how easy? This is how you peel ginger. Can you see that? Very easy to just use a spoon. You can never cut yourself, okay? And then, after you peel the ginger, I slice it up and I julienne. Because I'm going to make a mirepoix. I'm speaking English with a perfect French accent. Set aside, and I put the ginger right here to make this mirepoix. And then also some green onion. Put it right here. This is good vegetable stock. And of course, some shiitake mushroom has been soaked for half an hour. And some carrot slices give sweetness. Put everything in here. Okay? And after that, I'm going to show you, I have some Napa cabbage. I'm going to cut this up right in half. And then I'll go one. Cut it up into big chunks. Also, put this into it when the broth is ready. Okay? This is amazing. Make sure this is very, very hot. And then when the broth is ready, it normally takes about 15 minutes to cook all of these, okay? You put all of these here and all of these right here. And this is ready to go. And then, of course, tiny bit of tomato is good because tomato is always good for you. 3 ripe tomato. Set it aside. The broth is ready. The mirepoix is already ready. And then I want to show you, aside from that, we have some salt. tofu. Now, soft tofu is very soft. You got to really know how to handle it. Very, very soft. Take care of it. Handle with tender, loving care. You turn it around like that, and you go like that, and you put it right here, and you go like that, and then you go like that. Make sure don't go too far because your hand is right here, okay? And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut it up. And then you set it aside. You put the whole thing right in here. Soft tofu. Got a very nice custard texture. And then to add texture, color, and nutrition in our soup, we also have some garbanzo bean, lima bean, and kidney bean. Put it right there. Put the whole thing to get color, texture, everything in here. And then we'll set it aside. You know what? Why I'm doing this, I am going to cover this up because I'm cooking 2 portions because we got 600 people right here, right in front of me. That's why they are so excited. They are actually laughing right now because I said, I'm going to serve everybody. This is going to flavor this with a tiny bit of lemon juice, tiny bit of green onion chop, tiny bit of sesame seed oil, and also salt and white pepper. And this is all we have to do. After this is done, all we have to do is shut it off and put this right over here. Look at how hot. Serve with pocket bread. This is my version of the warm, fresh vegetable soup. Have to taste like a slow-cooked vegetable. The Chinese love to turn vegetable into works of art. Sometimes chefs train all their life in the kitchen just to make vegetable garnishings, like these ones that make by my great friend, Chef James Leung, one of the top chefs from Hong Kong. You see here, this is the resort. Here we have Stone Mountain, made from lotus root, a lot of luscious tree. Here, right next to this Stone Mountain is this 800-year-old pagoda, made with, look at this, made with red carrot. And of course, this is a 2,000-year-old pagoda, 9-story pagoda, made from green turnip. And then this is a nice bird, have been here for at least 2,000 years too. And in this fish pond, we have all kind of flower blossom, cucumber, make with cucumber, with carrot, with daikon, and red radish floating in water. And this is a wonderful blossom of some kind of a lily flower, made with red carrot. And we move on to over here, you can see, look at this. Here we have this nice fish pond. This fisherman is right now fishing. You can tell the fish is still live, moving. And this fisherman is made also with a red carrot. Right next to the fisherman, we have crab, we have lotus floating in the pond. We have yin-yang birds also made with green turnip and red carrot. And this, in our place, this is somewhere along the line, get lost from the ocean. This is the sea lion. All of these, and look at this Stone Mountain. Beautiful, made from ginger, not only used as a flavoring, and spice also used in garnishing. Stone Mountain. The fisherman is getting enough fish, and he told me he's going to leave. So I'm going to pick up one of these wonderful garnish to use it in my vegetable bouquet. Now, for a magic trick, let me show you how to turn a few fresh vegetable into a beautiful, colorful bouquet, just like they do it for formal banquets. All we have here is mushroom. We're going to get ready the mushroom first. These are the regular dry black mushroom, also called shiitake mushroom. This can be stored in an airtight container for months indefinitely. And then you soak them in water for half an hour. Once it's soaked, they're nice and soft. And after you rinse the mushroom, save the mushroom juice. We do not want to waste any mushroom juice. Look at this. They've got a lot of juice that I would want to use. I dump the whole thing right in here, okay? And then I'm going to flavor these with a tiny bit of salt, tiny bit of white pepper, and tiny bit of garlic and ginger. So we're going to cook this. This way will flavor my mushroom. Normally it takes about half an hour to simmer. And I have something done for you already. right here, which has been bubbling for the past. This is pretty hot. I am so glad that we have a little towel here. I am going to take this out with this strainer. We'll save the juice to make a sauce. Let it drain well. Let it drain well. Okay. Now, of course, you should always add a tiny bit of wine and a tiny bit of chicken broth when you cook the mushroom too. So when this is done, we'll take this away because we don't need this anymore. We set this aside. Okay. Now, in the meantime, we get ready some of the other ingredients that we need. We have bok choy. This is baby bok choy. I want to show you the two different types of bok choy. A lot of times people call this baby bok choy. Actually, it's a wrong name. It is Shanghai, sometimes called Shanghai baby bok choy because it looks like the regular bok choy. But bok means white. This is bok choy. This is, in Chinese, it's called green Shanghai cabbage. It's green. It's not white. It's not bok. See, that is bok choy. Okay? So now, the way to do it is I cut this in half. Right this is pretty big, cut in half, and I put in a pot of boiling water, and I bring it to a boil with a teeny tiny bit of oil and a tiny bit of salt. This way, it will keep that wonderful greenness. Stir it a little bit. In the meantime, see, we are going to cut up a tiny bit of tomato to make this vegetable bouquet. We'll peel the tomato first. Okay, look at that. Cut it up, and you cut it up, and you set this aside, and you want to make this, you trim this. Look at that. This is how you make the bouquet. You trim this, you trim this, you trim this, save these for something else. So you have a petal for bouquet, see? You trim this. Okay, in the meantime, my vegetable is done. I can tell from the sound. It is said, done, done, done. I am going to go over there and get ready. Okay, set it aside, clean it up. In the meantime, we're going to take this over there and let it drain. Shut it off first. Let it drain. Wow. Don't drip all over your kitchen. I am dripping all over here. And then, oh, drain it, and then take it out, put it right over here. And this is beautiful. Nice and bright green. And we are going to show you how easy it is to do it. In the meantime, I'm going to thicken this sauce up to put it right on top. It's so easy to do. Everybody can do it, okay? Stir this up with a tiny bit of cornstarch solution. And if you need it, you can use a tiny bit of extra chicken broth. If you put too much of the cornstarch in, you can always put a tiny bit of extra broth. And let us set it aside. And this is how you do it, the bouquet, okay? Look at that. You put the beautiful vegetable right here. You put a little red tomato here. You put another one right here. And then you put another piece right here. So it looks really nice. Looks like a little flower. And build it up and put all the mushroom around here. So this is how you build a little bouquet. Look at this. It's very simple. And then put this right garnishing. Put it right in the wrong place. And then, right before you serve, you put the sauce right on top. Look at this. I want everybody to look at this. Put it right on top. Put it right here. And then I sprinkle a teeny tiny bit with sesame seed right over here. Our beautiful vegetable bouquet. This beautiful vegetable bouquet is so wonderful and delicious. Actually, it's a lot better and cheaper than a dozen long stem roses. And how many do you know that when is spaghetti not spaghetti? When this is made from spaghetti squash. Let me show you how to make this Buddhist spaghetti. Here, I have a whole bunch of different kind of squash. We're going to make the Buddhist spaghetti. Here, I have spaghetti. This is the spaghetti squash, and here is delica. And this is Chinese squash. This is the Chinese okra, also called the accordion squash. When you eat that, you peel this. And this is fussy melon. Look at the hair, also called hairy squash, fussy squash. And here we have the bitter melon, also called the bitter squash. And here is the chayote squash. Looks like a palm squash. And of course, this is yellow acorn and also kabocha squash. And this is the butternut squash. We're going to take this away and put this right here. We are going to show you how to do a very, very interesting and simple squash. All we have to do is put this spaghetti squash, okay, put this and bake this in the oven for 45 minutes. And then turn it to the other side. 45 minutes, turn it to the other side, and then put it in the oven. Do it for 35 to 40 minutes on one side. And then get another one out, and then turn it to the other side and bake it for another 15 to 30 minutes. And then all you have to do is take it out, hot squash, and you cut it in half. Look at that. Cut it in half, and you squeeze the seed out. Look at this. Squeeze the seed out. Look at that. Squeeze the seed out. We'll get rid of the seed. We don't need the seed. And then, you know what? Everybody look. This is what makes spaghetti squash. Look at that. Look at this. Looks like a spaghetti. Look at that. Isn't it interesting? You just scrape this out just like spaghetti. And then we add it to here. We're going to stir fry quickly this spaghetti. Heat up this wok. Use a tiny, tiny bit of oil. Oh, tiny bit of ginger, garlic, chili pepper, and also a tiny bit of carrot, shredded carrot, green onion, and spaghetti squash. Wow, look at this. We're going to move these away so everybody can see this a lot better. Toss it, toss, toss, and then add a tiny bit of wine, tiny bit of sugar, and then you have a beautiful squash right here. And I tell you, everybody can enjoy eating this. We're going to use this chopstick to squeeze this out. Beautiful dish. Why we're doing this? You know that in Japanese cuisine, chopsticks are called hashi. Some people say that that is a shortened form for kuchibashi, which means the bird's beak. Can you see that? It must be coming from a big bird. Very easy to do this spaghetti. I call this Buddhist spaghetti. And everybody can do it at home because it's wonderful and it's vegetarian. You don't have to add anything else, but it's flavorful. Take a hint from my mother. With fresh vegetable, you can't go wrong. Make them beautiful, make them flavorful, but most important, make them often. The next time, eat your vegetable and be nice to your brother. And remember, if Yan can cook, so can you. 再见.